Welcome to Stormwater Drainage Solutions, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks whenever you're building with corrugated pipe. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this particular job, we're going to be catching one gutter downspout, and we're also going to be installing a 4-inch circle drain below the pool deck drain so that water has a place to go. Now, whenever you're building with corrugated pipe, I would say the number one factor to keep in mind is how much slope does your yard have. If your trench is not flowing like this when you put a garden hose at the beginning of the run, if you don't see the water flowing through the bottom like this, like a river, then you either do not have enough slope, your trench is improperly dug, or your yard is just too flat and you're going to have to use a sump pump in order to get your slope in the ground. Now, look at all these pool pump lines here. When you dig, you never know what you're going to find in the ground. Because of all these pool pump lines, we're going to go ahead and have to rethink our strategy. Our 4-inch circle drain is going to have to sit back a little bit further, but that's not a big deal because we're going to fix that by dressing that area with stone. But we'll get to that later. Right here, I'm at the end of the discharge. This is where the water is going to drain to. As you can see, that trench is fully drained out. It is dripping into that hole where our pop-up emitter is going to be sitting on a bed of stone. So if you don't have enough slope, I'm telling you right now, with corrugated pipe, it's better just to use a sump pump. There's no point to even chance it. Now, right here, we're setting up our downspout riser, and I'm using a piece of dual wall. Dual wall is a smooth interior pipe with corrugations on the outside. We always use these for our risers. That way it gives it strength because it's out of the ground. And not only that, but the smooth interior, as stuff, if any debris makes it past our French Drain Man leaf filter, the chance of it getting caught in that pipe that's sticking straight up is a lot less compared to if we used a piece of corrugated. Now, with the high octane pipe, I can just walk on this pipe. I don't worry about telling my guys either not to walk on the pipe. I tell the men, go ahead, walk on it. It doesn't matter. It can take it. It can handle it. So that's another thing. Whatever type of corrugated pipe you're using, make sure it's a heavy duty one. You're going to want to feel that pipe with your hand and make sure that it is of proper strength before you put it in the ground. Now, right here, we're going to be wiring these two lines together. As you can see, I did give a decent amount of space between the two. What I mean by that is if I was to put that Y closer to where that circle drain is going to be and closer to where that downspout drain drops into the main line, on a heavy rain event here in Florida, the chances of that line backflowing increase substantially. So you want to always give some distance. The more distance you can give, the better. So if the line starts to backflow, it's going to want to come up through the circle drain instead of going down the main line. So it's always best to give yourself some extra room. But as you can see, looking down this line here, this main line, our pipe is nice and straight in that trench, meaning it doesn't go up and down like a roller coaster and create a bunch of bellies where sediment and debris could get caught in. And on top of that, it's all flowing downhill nicely. That's how you want to install corrugated pipe. Now, when you're burying corrugated pipe up, I would suggest you stand on the pipe and you put your dirt on top. Pack it into sections as well. This will help hold it down because you do not want to do all of this work just to mess it up by throwing dirt back in the trench and the dirt gets up under the pipe in certain areas and lifts it up. The last tip I'm going to be giving you is an important one, and that's to make sure you wrap your joints with tile tape. No excuses, no exceptions. It doesn't matter if there's tree roots in the area, if there's shrub roots in the area, or if there's no roots in the area. You need to wrap your joints with a good PVC tile tape, because if you don't, those joints are going to leak in the ground and it's going to lead to other problems like potholes in the yard in those particular areas. It could leach water in those areas when it's not raining, and it's going to remain soggy in those spots. It could kill the grass in those areas. When the system is flowing very hard in a heavy rain event, dirt and silt and sediment can actually get pulled through that seam in that joint from the water because the ground around it is saturated. So it's very important that you use a PVC tile tape on those joints. All right, well, that just about does it for this install. I hope you gained some knowledge from watching it. If it helps you out, give us a thumbs up. It really supports us and it supports the channel. We're located in the Tampa Bay area, so if you need a yard drain, a French drain, a downspout system, any kind of stormwater drainage, give us a call at 813-614-3456. We can come out there, assess the situation, and help build a system that fits your needs. And until next time, this is SWDS signing off.